What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. So a whole lot of news lately that Cade Cunningham has been absolutely killing it in Team USA training camp. I want to talk about Cade this coming season and how he's been in the training camp against some of the best players on the planet. Before I do, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. Really appreciate it. I do have one question for you. What kind of season do you think Cade Cunningham is going to have this year? Predict his stat line in the comments. Let me know in the comments how hyped up you're feeling for Cade. I want to see the temperature on Cade Cunningham. So there's been a lot of reporters in the Team USA training camp. Cade's playing for the U.S. Select team. Basically just a bunch of young guys to go out there and give the Team USA team some run. And they've actually been beating them. And a lot of reports are saying that Cade's been the very best player on the floor. And some are saying it's not even particularly close. And when you have a floor that's got Anthony Edwards, Brandon Ingram, Paolo Banchero, Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Brunson, and Cade Cunningham's the best player on the floor, that says something. And I'm not putting any of those guys down. All those dudes, studs. But what I'm basically hinting at here is that Cade is putting himself into that conversation that, hey, I'm going to be a stud too. You guys just forgot because you haven't seen me in a minute. And I do feel like a lot of the fan base kind of forgot. He had the shin injury. Missed a lot of pretty much all the last season, so they really haven't seen too much of the guy in almost a year. But he didn't have a torn Achilles. He didn't have a torn ACL. It was a shin injury. It's nothing that's going to hinder him going down the line. And I think this season's going to be explosive for him because he's a big body. He controls the game super well. Has had some streaky shooting, but he's had some good shooting. He's had some bad shooting. It's kind of been a little bit of a flux of everything. But the NBA is about consistency, right? If you want to be a star in this league, you got to be consistent. And I think Cade is going to be consistent this year. Here's some quotes from reports I'm going to read off for you guys. Cade Cunningham has been the standout in Team USA training camp. Some are saying he's been the best player on the court, and it's not even freaking close. And then you have, none other than Golden State Warriors head coach, Hall of Fame level coach, Team USA coach Steve Kerr, who, talking about Cade, he said, the injury is clearly behind him. He can really control the game from the point guard spot with his size and physicality. And he said his pick and roll game has been very Luka Doncic-esque. And I'm not comparing Cade Cunningham to Luka Doncic. We all know how great Luka is. But when you're saying, yeah, you kind of control the game and you run the pick and roll like Luka, that's a very big compliment. And that's not one that gets thrown around lightly. You've had guys like Brandon Ingram, Jaren Jackson saying he's been a star in this camp. And, so let's look at this. You got NBA star level players saying, Cade, yeah, he's really damn good. You got the coach of the, one of the greatest dynasties ever. And the coach of, there's a great argument for Steph Curry being the greatest point guard ever, saying, yeah, this point guard, Cade Cunningham, is really good, essentially. But the NBA fans, for the most part, I would say outside of Detroit, are just so quiet about it. And I don't like that. I don't like that because I'm not going to be quiet about it because I think Cade's going to be legit. I thought he was legit as a rookie. Obviously, the injury destroyed his year 2 season, but year 3 coming, and I think he's gonna come out with a vengeance. Just plucking some stats here from his rookie year because I'm not really going to base anything off the 12 games that he played last year. But as a rookie in the month of March, he averaged 23, 6, and 7 on 48% from the field. So pretty good numbers for a rookie, especially in a point guard. To shoot that efficiently from the field is pretty nice. He's got a really nice mid-range game. Uses his body. He's very physical. Gets to the rack. He kind of likes to play in that. He likes to play in the foxhole, kind of like he's very aggressive inside, and he's not scared of anybody. So I like seeing that kind of stuff. For 2 months during his rookie year, in December and January, he shot 38% from 3. Then he had a tail, and he kind of fell apart a little bit in the month of February from 3. That kind of hindered him down. The month of November wasn't very good from 3. But when you get a 2-month sample size, it kind of shows, okay, yeah, he's got it. He's got it in there somewhere. We just got to find that consistency that I alluded to earlier. And I just believe he's going to be a consistent star-level player in this league for a long time. I think he's going to be a great point guard. Point guards with size. I love those, particularly Tyrese Halliburton's one of my favorite. But Cade, he's going to creep himself into that conversation for myself. I know how good he is talent-wise. I got to watch more, right? Because I think he's going to have such a great year, and I think he's going to make Detroit a lot of fun to watch this year with Jaden Ivey, with Jalen Duren, Asar Thompson. They got a lot of good young stuff going on over there. Beef Stew. Maybe James Wiseman figures it out a little bit. There's good things going on in Detroit, and I'm not going to say this is like a playoff team or anything like that. I don't think that's fair to put on them, but I do think they're going to be a whole hell of a lot of fun. But Cade is the main reason I believe that. I kind of think he could be a guy this year that could be 24, 7, and 7, right? 24 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. He's got a big body. He's going to be in there. Very, very good vision. And, he can go get buckets when he has to, especially. I think defensively, too, he's really, really good in passing lanes. He projects to be a really, really good defender, and I think that's, for a point guard that's big, that's valuable alone. You could easily see him be in that 2 steals per game kind of race. I could see him doing that. Let me know in the comments what you think his stat line is going to be. So you got me 24, 7, and 7 with a couple steals. I feel like we could expect somewhere around like 40% from the field, or 47% from the field. Like maybe 36 from 3 if he has a consistent year. Free throw line, 80%. He's a pretty good free throw shooter. That's another reason I kind of believe in his shooting long term. Typically, guys that are good free throw shooters end up becoming decent shooters in the NBA or anywhere particularly. But I think we're going to get some all-star buzz for Cade Cunningham in a very, very stacked Eastern Conference at point guard. But I think he's going to get some buzz. I think it will kind of depend how Detroit's season plays out, because if they're a team that just comes out and shocks everybody, kind of like OKC did last year, then I think they're going to get a whole lot of buzz of it, because Cade's probably going to be the biggest reason why. And this dude was the number 1 overall pick in a loaded draft class, right? There was Jalen Green, who looks to be really, really good as a scorer in the NBA. You had Evan Mobley, who looks to be one of the best two-way players in the league eventually. There's Franz Wagner. Like, there was so many good players drafted, but Cade went number 1 for a reason. So I'm calling it. Bounce back here for Cade Cunningham. Book it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. Thank you for watching. Just look out for Cade Cunningham this year, because he slept on, and he's gonna show a lot of people by the end of the season. All right, I'm done.